Now, today we will start with another quality assurance model, that is your CMM. The CMM stands for Capability Maturity Model. You might heard this word CMM or Capability Maturity Model. This CMM, Carnegie Mellon University's Software Engineering Institute developed CMM in 1986. This SEI of this university have proposed this capability maturity model in 1986. The initial version of CMM was released in 1992. It took almost 6 years to release the first version or initial version of CMM, mainly for receipt of feedback from software community. The CMM was mainly worked on your what? Feedback from all the type of software community. They were working on the whatever feedback is receiving on any of the application. They started working on that feedback and accordingly the improvement have been done. The first version for public use was released in 1993. In 1992, they released their initial version that was only limited to your that university's software engineering institute. But later on, they took 1 year to release that first version for the public use. Which are the various principles of CMM? On which principles this CMM work? Application of more elaborate management methods based on quantitative approach increases the organization's capability to control the quantity and improve the productivity of the software development process. This is the first point. That means what is happening in there? Application of more elaborate management methods based on quantitative approaches. The approach will be what? It will be your quantitative approach. It will not be your qualitative approach. The approach will be your quantitative approach, where those your software application or web application depends, and they will be what? Elaborated for their quality assurance purpose. This quantitative approaches increases the organization's capability. What will happen? Those quantitative approaches are responsible for increasing the organization's capability. Why to increase the organization's capability? To control the quality and improve the productivity. The main aim of increasing the organization's capability is to control the software quality or to control the product quality and to improve its productivity. If you give good quality, the productivity will automatically get what? Increase, or it will automatically get improved. So that is what your quality and productivity are directly related with each other in your software development process. This is what the principle is. So the first principle is directly related with the quality and the productivity. Just you can see it is directly related with your quality as well as productivity of your software development process. Vehicle for advancement of software development is composed of 5 level capability maturity model. How you are going to achieve this quality? It is because of, or there is a 5 level CMM that will be composed for software development to check the quality and productivity. So this 5 level capability maturity model is proposed to check the quality. This model enables an organization to evaluate its achievement. What is the use of this CMM? Number one, it enables organization to evaluate its achievement. Whatever will be the achievements, those achievements will be evaluated by this model, and it will going to determine efforts needed to reach next capability level. It will not only going to evaluate the achievements, uh, along with this it will going to calculate which different efforts are needed to reach to the next level of your capability. The process areas are generic. Whatever will be the process we discussed in the previous slide, all those process are what? Generic. That means they define the what, not how. What they are going to do, they only focus on what is the product. They will not going to focus how your product is developed. Only the final requirement is my product is ready. They are not going to bother how you have developed the product, how much time you take, how much efforts you have given. They will not going to focus on how. Only their focus will be on what you have developed. What. That's it. This approach enables model to be applied to wide range of implementation organizations. Why it is useful? This approach, it will going to focus on various range of implementation of organization, because number one, it allows use of any life cycle model. When you will be focusing on what instead of how, you can use any life cycle model. There is no restriction on that you should use spiral model or you should use all any other model. In that case, when you are focusing on what you have developed, you are free to use any life cycle model of your software development. It allows use of any design methodology. There is no specific design methodology that you are going to use, again because you are focusing on what, you are not focusing on how. It allows use of any design methodology, software development tool and programming language. You are, as a developer, you are free to use any design method, any software development tool or any of the programming language. You can use Java, you can use .NET, or you can use your NetBeans, Eclipse. All the rights are reserved to you, because again I am telling you, you are going to focus on what is developed. You are not going to focus on how it is developed. It does not specify any particular documentation standard. There is no specific documentation standard maintained. You can use any standard. Capability maturity model and its key process areas. Which are the various KPA or key process areas CMM is going to use? You can see this 5 level model. In one of the slide, I told you that CMM is of 5 level model. So these are the 5 levels. Level 1 is your initial level. If you can see at the bottom, level 1 is your initial level. Level 2 is your repeatable. Level 3 is define. Level 4 managed, and level 5 is your optimizing. So what will be there at initial level? There is no specific key process required at initial level, because the name itself suggests that this is your initial level, and at initial level you are not bothered about what is there, what you are going to do. You will be in your what, requirement stage, you will be in your analysis stage. So there is no specific process areas have been defined for your level 1. Whereas in case of your level 2 is your repeatable level, and in this level you are going to focus on requirement management, software project planning, software project tracking and oversight, software subcontract management, software quality assurance and software configuration management. All these activities will be carried out at your level 2. Whereas in level 3, the level 3 is your defined level. In your third level, you are going to focus on these key process areas that organization process focus. Which process organization is going to use, you are going to focus on that organization process. You are going to define the organization process, training programs, integrated software management, software product engineering, intergroup coordination. Intergroup coordination means what? If there are two or more different groups, how the coordination should take place between those groups, that is known as your intergroup coordination. And next one is your peer reviews. The peer reviews will be again done in your level 3. Whereas at level 4, if you can observe, level 2 and level 3, most of the processes get finished in your these two levels. So these two level can be your one of the most important levels of your CMM. Whereas at level 4, the level 4 is your managed level. The processes or the activities carried out in your level 4 is your quantitative process management and software quality management. Here The quantitative process management will going to focus how many processes you are going to use, which different processes you are going to use. Whereas in case of your software quality management, the main focus will be on the software quality and how the software quality should get managed, how the software quality should be improved. The focus will be on this part under your level 4. Whereas the level 5 will be your optimizing level. In that level, defect prevention is there, technology change management is there, and process change management. These three activities are carried out. What is defect prevention? The defect prevention is the process where if you find any of the defect, how the defect should be prevented or how the error should be minimized. That is the process of your defect prevention. Whereas the next activity will be your technology change management. If you wish to change your technology, how you are going to change your technology, that should be focused in here. Like for example, if you have developed your web application in your PHP and MySQL, but later on you will come to know that MySQL is not feasible. So what you are going to do, you try to switch from MySQL to MongoDB. That means you are changing your technology. So how you are going to change your technology, what will be the process of changing the technology, everything will be done in this level 5 of optimizing. Whereas the next activity will be process change management in your level 5. These are your 5 levels and these are the different key process areas of each and every level of your capability maturity model. Let us see the evolution of CMM. The first version was System Engineering CMM, that is your SECMM. System engineering, that you might be knowing that it will be focusing on your complete system, how your system will be, how your system will going to work, what will be the components of your system, everything will be there in your system engineering. So the initial version of your CMM was SECMM, System Engineering Capability Maturity Model. The next version is your TCMM, that is your Trusted CMM. Next one is your System Security Engineering CMM, that is your SSE CMM. The name themselves is going to tell you what exactly happening in that CMM. Just for the sake, consider System Security Engineering CMM will be your what? It will be focusing on security of the system. That's why it is named as system security. The next will be your people CMM, PCMM. That means the name will going to again tell you that this type of CMM will going to focus on your people, various people involved in the application. Next is your software acquisition CMM, SACMM. And last one is your integrated product development CMM, IPD CMM. So this is how your CMM is evaluated, starting from SECMM to IPD CMM. The next one is your what? CMMI. I is there. It stands for Capability Maturity Model Integration. I stands for your what? Integration. In late 90s, integrated CMM मॉडल डेवलप्ड. कब हुआ था ये? 1990 में डेवलप किया है. At the beginning of 2002, Software Engineering Institute could offer the 1.1 version of 3 CMMI models. There are total 3 CMMI models, out of which the first one was your 1.1, which was proposed in 2002, with each model presenting different integrated components. Which different component? 1.1 version of CMM. Let's see the first version, that is your 1.1 version of CMMI. CMMI hyphen SE slash SW. What is SE and SW? That is your system engineering and software engineering. SE, the first SE stands for your system engineering, whereas SW stands for your software engineering. So The first component of your 1.1 version CMMI is CMMI, Software Engineering and Software System Engineering. The second one is your CMMI-SE/SW/IPPD/SS stands for System Engineering, Software Engineering and Integrated either Product or Process Development and Supplier Sourcing Engineering. This is your next module of or next type of your 1.1 CMMI. And the third one is your CMMI-SE/SW/IPPD, which was same like your what this. So this is your 1.1 version of CMMI. CMMI structure and processes areas. The next point is your CMMI structure and process areas. It is composed of 5 levels. Again, CMMI is composed of 5 levels like your CMM. The levels are same as those of your original except minor change related to capability level 4. The level of CMM and CMMI was same only except from your level 4 L4. The first level is your initial, the second is your managed, third one is your defined, fourth one is your quantitatively managed, and fifth one is your optimizing. These are the 5 levels of your CMMI where there is only change in your level number 4. Here level number 4 is your quantitatively managed level. A substantial change has evolved with respect to the processes included in the model. कहाँ पे हुआ यहाँ पे major change जो भी हुआ है it is related with the processes included in the model. What process you are going to follow, that is focused in your CMMI. In CMMI 18 key processes in CMMI 18 key process areas KPAs of CMM were replaced by 25 process areas. CMM में क्या थे 18 key process areas थे, whereas in CMMI there are total 25 process areas. This is the difference between CMMI and CMM. Process areas are classified by capability maturity level that the organization is required to successfully perform. These process areas are divided according to the according to your what level. For each process area, objectives, specific practice and procedures are defined. For all these 25 process areas, its objective, practices and procedures are defined. Let us see some success stories reported by companies that achieved level 5 assessment according to CMM. There are some companies who have successfully applied for your CMM and they achieved level 5 assessment. Which are those? Number 1, Boeing's Space Transportation System software. There is a software which was purchased by Boeing company, which was mainly used for transportation system. If you will remember, Boeing is a air company from Japan or China, I don't remember, but Boeing is your what transportation air company. They have developed one software and this software have achieved level 5 assessment of your CMM. Next one is your TCS. Everybody knows, I guess everybody knows the TCS. The TCS has again achieved your level 5 assessment of your CMM. Telcordia Technologies, Gartner. Let us see an example of your Boeing space transportation system. This is one of the example that we are going to see. What is there in this? Wiegel and Yamamura in 1989 discussed 3-year process of quality assurance improvement and finally generated CMM level 5 improvements Improvements realized in level 5 project included. There were two people, Vigel and Yamamura. In 1999, they discussed 3-year process of quality assurance improvement. They have developed one, we can say, blueprint of 3 year, and they achieved to get the CMM level 5 in these 3 years. What they proposed, there is a substantial shift in defect detection from 89% late detection by testing to 83% early detection. If you are doing the early detection, the chances of finding the defect will be 83%. Whereas if you do the defect detection in the late, you will get the 89% of your by various review methods. Earlier detection of defects cause 31% decrease of your rework effort. ये जो कुछ भी आपको डिफरेंस दिख रहा है इसकी वजह से क्या हो रहा था, 31% डिक्रीज ऑफ रिवर्क एफर्ट। रिवर्क जो भी करना पड़ता था उस रिवर्क के एफर्ट में 31% से क्या हो गया, डिक्रीज हो गया। इससे क्या हो गया, it will lead to elimination of defects prior to version release increase from 94% to almost 100%। इन सबसे क्या हो गया, जो 94% का डिफेक्ट एलिमिनेशन का जो रेशियो था, that 94% got increased to 100%। it will lead to a 140% increase in general productivity। इससे क्या हो गया, जो भी बिजनेस था जो 100% पे था, it is jumped from 100% to 140%। Here you can see the direct margin in the Boeing space transportation system software. That is because of your this software or this animation.